my friends. Welcome to Good Influence. I am your host, Gaye Coffman, and this is my very first show. Ta-da! This is going to be a show about spreading love, kindness, joy, compassion, and all of that good stuff in our everyday lives. Each week we will bring up an idea or a topic that's all about ways to do that. Sometimes it might be a story from my own life. Sometimes it might be a story from a friend's life or something I've read about. Sometimes it might be a book that I'm reading, or it might be a song that I've heard that's inspiring, a poem. Sometimes we'll have special guests. And I definitely want to bring up ways that we can serve in our own communities or nationally, because there's lots that we can be doing to spread kindness in the world. And that is what we're going to do with this show. So why this show, you might ask? Well, the point of the show is this. I'm sure you may have noticed that our country is kind of a mess right now. Actually, the whole world is. My husband is English, and Brexit, you've heard about that. It's just yikes. It's all, so it's everywhere, really. And things are just a little bit of a mess. And I just believe that there is so much disagreement and anger and frustration and hatred, a lot of unkindness in the world, and a lot of darkness. And I believe that, as Martin Luther King Jr. said many years ago, that darkness cannot drive out darkness. Only light can do that. And hatred cannot drive out hatred. Only love can do that. So I'm here and I'm all about spreading the love. And I hope you'll join me. I feel like if I can do that from my little corner of the world, maybe you can spread it to your little corner of the world. And maybe your friends can spread it from their little corner of the world. And then, who knows what might happen? We might actually be able to overcome the darkness. And how cool would that be? I'm going to do my best to keep this space apolitical and focus on things that we can all agree on. I know that's not everybody's jam, and that's okay. But that is my goal here, is to find the things that we can agree on and talk about those. So for my first episode, our topic is something that is really basic and sounds like a kindergarten style principle, which is, if you don't have anything nice to say, don't say anything at all. And you may think, hey, come on, I don't need to hear about that. I know no one's going to do that. I would never say to my coworker, wow, you look like garbage today, or have you washed your hair lately? But what if I said to you, if you don't have anything nice to say, don't say anything at all on social media? Would that change things? Maybe. I just feel like in person or on Facebook, just because we have a thought in our heads doesn't mean we have to say it. In fact, there are lots of times when it would be better if we didn't. I'm not saying that there are not occasions where you're not going to get angry or justifiably upset when you read a post or when you see a comment that someone has written. But, for many, many years, we as a society have agreed on polite conversation, which was no religion and no politics in conversation. And, then, of course, social media comes along and that just went all out the window. So what if we treated social media more like it was actual conversation? Maybe if we don't have anything constructive or helpful or nice to say, whether it's on someone else's pages or on our own, we just keep it to ourselves. Just like, hopefully, we would do in person. I've been trying to do this for a while now, and it's really made my social media experience more peaceful. Of course, there are times every once in a while where I just have to post something about some social injustice or another. And I'm telling you, every time I do, some guy I knew from high school or college just has to get in there and let me know his opinion about things. And then, I get mad, he gets incensed, and then it's like, what was the point of that? We're not changing each other's minds. And it's just like everybody ends up upset and there's just no point in it. And it just doesn't get us anywhere. I mean, listen, I have family members who I adore, and I'm sure you may as well. And we just, when we're together, we just don't talk about it because I love them and they love me and we don't want to upset each other. And so we just don't discuss it. And that's okay, because you know what's more important than politics is love. Love is more important than being right. It is more important than being louder than the other person. It is more important than politics. It is more important than anything. That's what I think. So my suggestion for this week is that we try not to be kind, not only in our daily lives, which hopefully we're trying, but that we also try to be kind on social media. Just try it for a week and see how it feels. No angry posts to your high school friends, no trolling, no horrible comments on your page, no matter how angry something made you. Just try it and see if it brings you more peace. I really feel like this idea, even if it's it's not a big idea, it's just a little idea. But if we all implemented it, it could make a huge difference in the world. So give it a try and see what you think. See how it works for you and let me know. And that's my show for the week. So get out there and be kind and do good and use your influence for good. And if you like the show, like it, on YouTube, how you do that, and subscribe to it. And then it will tell you every time a new show comes out. And leave comments if you have something that resonated with you. I'd love to hear about it. Or if you try it this week and you think it's great, then let me know. Or if you have ideas for future shows, I'd love to hear about them. I hope you have a great week, and thank you for joining me. And I will see you next week on Good Influence.